What's up, guys? It's your boy Rocky Rats coming to you, man, and I'm super excited. I'm coming to you about making my YouTube channel. I want to dedicate this channel to my financial journey as an entrepreneur for the past 3 years. And during my journey, I've had many ups and downs. I'm not fully exactly where I want to be yet, but I think that this channel is being a transparent form of just showing exactly the things that I do and make me, more transparent. I feel like there's always room to just be able to learn and grow from everyone, and the more transparent you are, you never know where you can run into life and the places that you can go. The thing that I do for business, mainly my main hustle, is day trading. I love trading stocks. I've been seriously getting into trading since 2020, and I really, just dove deep into it. It's something that, makes me feel fulfilled. I love just not just the money that you can make, but just the overall system of just being able to just find those edges and being able to do your things that you need to do every single day to make money in the markets. Another thing that I'm really interested in is just fitness. I have ran track in college. I ran track at West Virginia University, but I also want to dedicate this channel to is just a fitness journey. I want to keep myself good in the fitness. I always want to keep myself up, get my muscles right, get everything good. And today I want to just go into making a video just about 4 things or 4 lessons that I can take and learn from 2022 that I want to bring into 2023. And the first thing I want to bring into is, alright, so here we go. Here are the 4 biggest lessons that I want to talk about that's going to boss up my 2023. The first thing I want to talk about is making sure that I always have multiple sources of income. In 2022, I learned a lot. I got hit hard with the recession, and not necessarily that I lost a lot of money in my business, but my business was not gaining a lot of money. And because of that, I was living off of money that I made in previous years, and also just having to deal with other finances, whether it was, buying, your rent, car expenses, houses, any type of expenses. The stock market took a very big hit last year, and if you weren't prepared for it, then you probably your portfolio probably went down quite a bit. Personally, since me, I'm very thankful because I trade. I'm normally in and out of positions, and I stay in cash a lot of the times unless I see a specific scenario. But it was a different type of market environment. A market environment which I was not used to. It was a lot of choppiness. It was a lot of things where I felt like I didn't necessarily have an edge to slap the amount of size that I normally would like to in the given position sizes. And last year in 2022, the stock market actually peaked at 480, and it bottomed out at around 350, which is about 150 points down. And just that to be saying is that a lot of other businesses outside of the world and a macroeconomic standpoint took a hit. And that also kind of just infected the individual person, like, just you or me. And from that being said, it's just important to always have just multiple sources of income, just because of the fact that you never know exactly when one thing is going to go up or when one thing is going to go down. Businesses, they're very cyclical sometimes. You could be riding very, very high, and you just never know when a cold spell is going to hit, because when you're doing all these things and you're really just living just strictly off your business, you don't really take into account that, okay, what if this dries up? At least I didn't personally. And that's something that I know I have to do going forward to just get better and, grow and continue to grow as a person and as a man. Just making sure that I have multiple sources of income coming in at all times, whether that's from just my engineering job or stocks or even just reselling things as well. I can be as creative as possible. We live in America. America is all about capitalism. How many different types of ways can you make money, make cheddar? And it's a beautiful thing, and it's also could be a stressful thing at the same time. But as an American and an American black man, we have to make. Third lesson I want to talk about is money, and we have to step up our standards and try to just make the most amount of money for our families. I think that that's just a responsibility that every single man should just have within themselves, and just try to, provide for their family and make their lives and the people's lives that you care about as easy as possible. The second lesson that I want to get into is just making sure that I start my day with something hard every single morning. One thing that I've noticed just with hanging around a whole lot of entrepreneurs is that they normally start their mornings very early. I start my morning pretty early as well. I wake up around 5:30. And the first thing I like to do is either read or work out. Normally, I like to pump out a workout first thing in the morning, try to just get my blood flowing, doing something hard, doing something that makes you uncomfortable, because it is very easy to just stay in the bed, especially being comfortable. You laid up with your boo or whatever, and you just stuck there, and you kind of you're in that decision of whether, do I need to, get up? Do I want to get up, or do I want to be lazy? And that little split second, this time of decision can be very important in just how your day is going to go. And I think that starting your day off with something hard is very beneficial for you and for everyone. Just in the fact of you're knocking something hard out the way, so mentally you're able to use that as an advantage and just say, hey, I've already done something hard to start the day. Nothing else that's going to come through the path of the day is going to be as hard as this. So everything that I do throughout the rest of the day, I'm going to take it as it's going to be easy to conquer, because the first thing that I did in the morning was something hard. I think that just pushing your mind and reading, I think that as an entrepreneur, you should constantly be pushing different ideas into your head. It doesn't necessarily have to be about just the business that you're in. I love listening to not just different podcasts and different ideas from entrepreneurs. One of my favorite podcasts is Founders. It's a podcast that talks about different entrepreneurs and their journeys and how they built their business. If you haven't watched that podcast, I'm not affiliated by them, but I definitely recommend that you check it out. As an entrepreneur, I think that it expand your mind to the different possibilities of what you can do in business, which I think is very good. But coming back to just reading, is the same idea of just always having ideas in your head that's just expanding your brain with knowledge, expanding your brain as, just become a leader, expanding yourself to become bigger as a person, and always imagine the person that you want to become. You have to think of yourself, think about yourself and the decisions that you do 3 years from now to the decision that you are doing today, and look at those decisions and think about it. How is it going to build yourself up for the person that you want to become 4 years down the road? I think that it's very important to just continuously always push to be better and push for growth. If you're not growing, someone else is outgrowing you, and you do not want to be outgrowing, especially in this type of world where I wouldn't say there are good and bad people. There are good and bad people, but it's a lot. How I feel, especially being in America, it's almost as if everyone is out for themselves in some type of way. And if you don't have that inner hustle and drive, then you'll get eaten alive. The fourth lesson that I want to do in 2023 is to continue to network with like-minded individuals, other entrepreneurs. There's millions and millions and millions of billions of people in the world, and so many different people have so much knowledge to offer. There's so many people with different stories, different backgrounds, different scenarios that 9 times out of 10, everything has already traveled under the sun, and you're not the first person trying to do what you do. And with that being said, you have to connect yourself and put yourselves in positions where you're able to be able to connect with people that have already been there, or people that you want to reach certain places. So things that I want to do in 2023 is just simple things like go to network events, go to investing events, continuously reaching out to people, that other entrepreneurs that are doing really cool things. I love seeing all different types of hustles. I don't want to just be known for particularly just stocks. I want to be known as someone who's just has impact across all types of people. I want to be able to know someone who does trucking, someone who does designing, someone who does real estate, all different types of hustles. And because there's a million different types of ways to make money, and just being able to be around those other types of people and have those types of connections, I think that'll be worthwhile, because at the end of the day, the relationships are really matter the most. If I was to go to jail today and all my money is frozen, the people that I built relationships with will be the people I would call first. And with that being said, I need to have some real heavy hitters as my friends, as people that could potentially have my back. Just limiting yourself to only knowing a certain type of niche of people is not going to expand you as a person. I think that the world is filled with millions of billions of different talents, that reaching out to those few people who think like you in a different type of way, in a different type of hustle, is going to be very, very beneficial. Because when you come, there's going to be a point where you want to build a team to see things for a bigger picture, and you don't want to be the same type of person, the same type of architect, and the same type of the ideas as you. You want a person that's going to see things from a different viewpoint, making you think about things in a slightly different way, because they're thinking about it from a different perspective. Maybe if one of your homies or friends is more creative than you, maybe one person knows about just more financial things than you, or maybe someone knows just more about real estate more than you, but all different types of things. But that's the importance of networking, just because you don't want to limit yourself to just knowing the things that you know. So there you have it. Those are my 4 lessons that I want to bring into my 2023 to really boss up. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you like the content, and if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.